cleaner that time. And I happened to interact with and so you remember during the lockdown, just after the lockdown, when people are now getting protocols on how to go back to work. So I happened to interact with some few Kenya police officers who were really trying their best to keep law and order. And one of the things I picked out is while they're struggling to keep the public indoors, they're struggling to connect with their families who are far away from them. So while we look at them and think they're the enemies, even them, they're having their own internal conflict on how to handle this thing. And so that whole thing about we have bad cops, but we have cops who mean well, but they're totally misunderstood. That's where the story basically came from. But over time, obviously, with several drafts, several things have shifted. But you can see his dad, he means well, and he wants it well, but within also the same ring, there are people who don't mean well.
That's true. Yeah. So basically, it's like based on a true story.
Inspired by three events. Also, I picked some in around 2012. One journalist, Dennis Onsarigo, did a feature on Mamlaka hostels of Nairobi University, where we actually had students who were part of a gang. So a lot of things helped in building this story.
All right.
Yeah.
I think for you, Katana, as the rogue cop, how would you say your role speaks to the society that we live in now?
It does in a big way, because I look at it as a role where you see unakuta something starts and you get into it, and you start up something, and then it goes to a place where inafika sasa you can't go back anymore. A lot of stories katika MoFAYA ziko hivyo, nikiziangalia on a very personal level, even as a cop. You know, unaingia tu kama rogue cop, unafanya deal ya kwanza, ya pili, it gets to a place where mtu umeua, you know, it gets to a place where wewe mwenyewe unapigwa risasi. Are you getting? So that's how it is for me. And when I watch it, and I've watched it so many times, I see a lot of that happening. Hata pale kwa babake Zawadi, you know, with his relationship and Mama Zawadi and killing someone else. Are you getting? And then I see Akina Zawadi and Akina Timo, just other good students starting something here and there. It looks like it's something kidogo, and then later on it blows up completely, becomes something so huge. So the lesson to me, and the way it relates to the society, is that usianze. You know, if you're a student, you know, don't get into this, because you never know. It might be small now, and you're having fun and stuff, like the cop as Katana. It might look like tunafanya tu, you know, too, and then that's it. But then again, later on, you see what happens.
Yeah.
So it's a real thing. It's a real issue, a real agenda.
I completely.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get back here. And I think this question is what I should have started with. What themes are you looking to explore in MoFAYA?
What things am I looking to explore in MoFAYA? Yeah. I think parents-children relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the major theme.
That's a major thing. If you look at it, these other things keep playing, but if you look at it, it's parents and their children, and the second one, maybe I can say it's peer pressure, and I know it feels common, but me and Mwakideu, we are not old, but we are millennials. I think peer pressure for Gen Zs is on another level because of internet. Yeah, so they want things and they want them now. They don't know anything to do with delay gratification. Yeah, so those are the things I wanted to know. And love. This girl just wants to be loved.
Love is a beautiful thing.
And
right?
he find a bad boy, and I don't know why it's always a bad boy. He just finds a bad boy who plays. The bad boy is almost offering a father figure role into this aspect. Because some scenes were cut out, some things don't come out clearly. But when her roommate walks away, he's telling her roommate, why are you walking away, and Brian has paid school fees? So there's a scene that was cut out after they robbed somewhere. Brian has come and paid school fees for people. So Brian is not only a student, but plays that father figure role, which he finds a bit of comfort in it, unfortunately. Yeah.
He's a likable thief. for lack of a
Thank
better
you.
word.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, you guys shot a lot of scenes at UN. Was there any particular reason you picked the institution?
We wanted to anchor it on realism, but also we found a very, very good partner in the University of Nairobi. You know, you have to put the in the University of Nairobi, especially Department of Literature and Arts. Big shout out to Dr. S.P. Otieno and the whole faculty and Dr. Kim. So they were gracious enough. So, and what happened is that we did not hire. We got into an MOU.
Okay.
So they allowed us to use the facility for free. But in exchange, their film students were part of our project. So almost 15 students were full in an internship, and now they've graduated, they're doing other things. But also the other students, when you're using extras and using the places, those students were able to
Come on board.
not only learn by observation, but also earn something. So for all the extras on board, were able to get something. So it was quite a good exchange, which is ongoing, hopefully for the next few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about the music that was used in the entire film?
So the music is very expensive in this country. Music is very expensive. And the Abaton generation, I don't want to mention figures and names, but 90% of the music, we used a music library called Mama Dance. And then I picked some few artists. There's a lady called Shani who were able to work with her music. There's a lady called Shazi B who were able to use her music. And Calligraph, man. Calligraph was so generous. He almost gave it to us. You know, it was very, very generous of him. Yeah, and there's a gentleman also called Austin. So we tried to sample. I would have loved to have a lot of Kenyan music. But music is very, very expensive and very complex, because you find someone, they recorded the music, but they don't own the master rights. The master right is owned by I don't know which label and which label. So by the time you get clearances for all that, it takes a long time.
All right.
Yeah.
Zawadi, with this film, where do you think the Kenyan film industry is headed? Are we headed in the right direction?
Totally, absolutely. I will tell you that so confidently, because MoFAYA is one of the big shows that are out, exploring such intense themes, you know, the reality of it. But again, there are these other films that came out end of last year, Kina Makosa Ni Yangu, to Asanda, It's a Free Country, you know, Sketchy Africans also. We have so many great people, artists that are in the country wenye wana skuma industry yetu mbele. And I'm so happy to have been in one of these projects because, as I said, Zawadi's story is very important. Our director said, Zawadi wants to be loved, wants to be held. And it's clear completely. Even when she's crying on the bed, you can see she's hurting. She's hurting so bad throughout, especially episode 1 and 2. And she's looking for somewhere, for someone to understand that she doesn't even know what to do anymore, you know? So I'm so glad to be part of, to be moving this thing forward, this industry forward.
Absolutely. I love that. Mwakideu, even as you tell us where people can find you on your social handles, what can you tell someone who has not watched this particular film? Who has not watched this film?
You have to watch it.
There's no
Mi
other way.
sielewi vile wewe ni Mkenya na hujawatch mpaka saa hii. I don't understand. How? I mean, what do you mean you haven't watched MoFAYA? You have to watch it. I've watched it so many times na bado na enjoy. Are you getting? This is a series that you must watch, and a lot of people who've watched, siku hizi hata nikiweka post yoyote mtu ananiambia tu katana. So Kenyans are watching, you know, and I'm loving it. But you must watch it because it's your story. And there's a lot to learn. You know, and it's real, it's authentic, vile Ruben anasema, and you will learn so much, even as a parent. You know, I mean, about watoto watatu wasichana. You know, when I look at akina Zawadi, roommate wake, nasema, wah, hapa mbele. Hapa mbele, I must be in their lives completely. So there's so much to learn. So you have to watch it. First of all, you will learn, and then you will be entertained. Kabisa. Utakaa kwa kiti yako mwanzo mpaka mwisho, mpaka the last episode. You know, and you will be left waiting for season 2. Vile watu wengi wanaulizia sasa season 2. So you must watch it. It's on Netflix right now.
Okay. Where can people find you on your socials?
On social media, of course, Alex_Mwakideu. Kwa X, kwa Instagram, kwa TikTok, kwa Facebook, Alex_Mwakideu. Verified with a blue tick.
All right. Thank you so much. How about you, Timo? Where can we get you on the socials?
You'll find me at Matthew Ngodho, TikTok, Threads, Instagram. Yangu verifyiwa. But verifyiwa very soon. Very soon. Yeah.
Okay.
As for me, Lona_Lemi across every platform. Yeah.
All right. For our director here.
Ruben Odanga on Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm trying. I'm not very good, but I'm trying. Alex and Nsaidia. Yeah.
If someone wants to be part of one of the films that you're doing, how do they go about that?
So follow us on Multan Productions on Facebook and on Instagram. And also, if you follow me, because when you have auditions, we post auditions.
All right.
And actually, 90% of people are picked out of merit. It's not what people think. No one knew this guy. No one knew Gogo. No one knew Kevin. So it's out of their merit. They walked in, they did the role. You know, we felt they could get the job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming. I've had an amazing conversation. I've learned so much from you. I was even telling our producer, I can't wait to have this interview because I really enjoyed the show so much. I watched it in one sitting.
Thank you.
You guys did an amazing job. Receive your flowers. And
Thank you.
I can't wait to see more from this whole crew that's here
Thank
in
you.
studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Guys, this is Morning Cafe Feel Good Friday, and that is the cast of MoFAYA. Remember, every Friday morning, I'm right here to officially usher in your weekend in style. Niko na DJ Granite. He's ready to mash up your weekend, just giving you the vibes before you decide to go out. It's Friday, I know. But before that, let's watch this trailer, MoFAYA.